Totaliter, aliter, totally other, a prayer of St. Jean. In a small Midwestern town of the last century, in a tumult such as our coronavirus pandemic, a stranger in this town sees a man walking down the street. Showing dignity and poise, he comes nearer and nearer. Trying not to stare, the man stops and turns around to see the stranger also staring at him. They speak, recognizing something in each other, for which each of them has been prepared. This street is a threshold which treads into the eternal realm. They are entering into a unity of being. We know and believe in the one true God, and in Jesus Christ whom you have sent. Earth is the beginning of our eternity with you. None convinces another of the existence of God. The scriptures themselves do not follow this path. Acknowledgement that you are self-evident. Our attempts would be elements of human logic, a language and way which are not yours. The several historical arguments of theologians lack coherent, systemic, independent thought. The scriptures do not view this knowledge of God as the entail of an intellectual argument, but as a given. A parable for the existence of centuries of argument and development consists of the idea of 5 buckets of water with holes in the bottom. This the equivalent of 1 bucket with a hole. The numerous arguments are the null set. Man's logic is creaturely thinking. In its capacity and essence, a completely different thing from revelation by the Spirit of God. You are totally other from us, your ways and thoughts higher than ours. We are unlikeness and opposition. You are elevation, superiority, glory, love. We are divergent from your holy being. We are antagonistic. Yet if our thoughts were not in small measure like your thoughts, we should know nothing at all about you. We are given to live in your image. We are water and weak. You are of omnipotent fire. We are slinky and liars. You are righteousness, truth, and beauty. We uncertain. You knowing all things of past and future, determining all. Our work is weak, toilsome, and denuded. Yours without weariness, without limitation, a fullness fully clothed. The material substance of our ways is confabulated. We conjure arguments to suit us. Yours are pure divine revelation, the same from all eternity. It lands upon us in weak manner and in strong. Believers have various courses to their understanding of you. Largely they falsely consider that they have chosen and received you. A man's announced conversion to your life shall be acknowledged as though he were Augustine or Calvin. It is you who have decreed and know us from eternity. I know my sheep, and mine know me. You continue to reveal yourself even after the entrance of sin. We are alighted in history and ought to be able to move from our view of creation, in which we are implanted, to a view of its creator. You may be seen in the most minute speck of what you have made. We have all this in revelation from Jesus Christ. This we are attempting to live out thoughtfully and prayerfully. The knowledge of you is our greatest quest, our greatest need, yet we are adrift. We have been under your wrath, not for unbelief in Jesus, but that you have clearly shown yourself, revealed yourself. your glory consisting in the manifestation and sum of all your attributes. It is not simply a come to Jesus form of knowledge and worship. This oversimplification against your creative generosity declares that we have rebelled. Your grace in history shows that it is not that you love us because Jesus died for us. You knew and loved us long before these events. And our relationship to you is not a function of abstract thought. The entire universe reveals you. We have all the patriarchal history and prophets, the life of Jesus, Son of God, and all that is written of him after his death. It is not a thing to reason out, but it is to be drawn to your love and to return it. The knowledge we have of you is the knowledge of the incomprehensible one. Surely it is a paradox. The God we know is the incomprehensible one. In your ways and in your being, you are far beyond our ways and being. It is not possible for us to embrace your being, to contain it in our knowledge. That you are incomprehensible does not preclude inapprehensible. We are able to apprehend you in the sense that we can truly know you and truly and fully. There is no attribute of you hidden from us and to which we have no access. We know you truly, fully, yet our knowledge of you, both here and in the world to come, is creaturely. Creaturely knowledge, never creator knowledge. Paul prayed that we would know this love which surpasses knowledge. We will be filled to the measure of your fullness. Yet you surpass our powers. As Augustine says of your attributes, we see the depth, we cannot reach the bottom. Speaking of any of your glorious attributes, we cannot see them to their end. Isn't this who we would want our God to be, even if we could barely grasp any of it? If we could say that this deep mystery is a gift to us, it would not hide the fact that you are impossibly, infinitely elusive to us. You are loosed in your eternity. We are knowers as image bearers. That is your gift to us. We may have been created much a lesser being, yet there is a divine imperative which says that we are to live your life, live your holiness. In a mysterious way, the Father cannot make a place for us, nor the Spirit, but only the Son of God in his human nature. We will share many of your attributes, some being incommunicable to us, divinity among them. We joy in entering your temple as the one whom nothing of the universe can contain. In this you are totaliter, aliter, altogether different from ourselves. Yet the knowledge we have of you is personal knowledge, in the way you say that you know yours, a completeness of love. Even as it is inkled that Adam knew his wife, not in sexual union, but in a completeness that made them one. The personal knowledge of you is set against spectator knowledge. Theologians have called you the action of life, the prime mover, but these are impersonal concepts of an impersonal God. Why is it known that you are three persons in one God? Our knowledge of you is a derived knowledge, not archetypal. Some theologies begin with man, but all this is God first. All else follows covenantally to us. We in your image are dependent upon you. We find in ourselves only that which is made in your image. Thus we see the catastrophe of the fall of men. For us you created a perfect world in which all aspects of your image shall have flourished. And you are not simply an answer to human needs and projected out of them. All things begin with you, and there was no beginning. You are eternal. It is the name given to your life. Only fools seek to know the essence of God. Our knowledge of you is scriptural, historical, and covenantal, culminating in Jesus Christ, who enfolds and perfects all things. What of the unsaved? Theirs is a temporal role in perfecting, even from evil, the eternal things, among which are we. The knowledge of you involves glorifying you and knowing you forever. It is this we were made to be, returning to the created order. As the strangers in the street, on earth we begin to recognize each other, and in the eternal realm become, as Jesus prayed in Gethsemane, Father, the glory which you have given to me, I have given to them, that all may be one as we are one. Amen.